Do you fear respiratory illness? And how to cope with this situation? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PEAT, Patient Isolation and Transportation Chamber. PEAT is a negative pressure isolator to transfer the infectious respiratory patients. And now, I'm going to explain you what PEAT is capable of and is it good enough to succeed in the niche market. Although we have been facing the outbreak of COVID-19 that massively impacts economics, society, on the global scale, we also have to keep on the watch for the other respiratory syndromes. For instance, MERS, SARS, Ebola, and another serious respiratory syndrome is tuberculosis or TB. This causes death around the world. The report indicated that the number of TB-infected people in Thailand was about 114 in the world. To counter this problem, there are active and passive measures. The active one is to develop drugs and vaccines. Meanwhile, the passive measure is to stop spreading to the other. For these reasons, many countries have been attempting to develop a negative pressure isolator for safe transportation of infected patients. After doing several research, our team found that most available products nowadays have several drawbacks. First, the restricted mobility. Generally, the most available products are unfoldable solid structure that can be used conveniently in the ambulance. Moreover, it is inaccessible in CT scan. Besides, they are hard to clean and store. Even though the imported product is of high quality, it is too expensive and lacks standard certification. All right, to provide the new solution, we, MTech, a member of NASDA, proudly presents the PEAT, Patient Isolation and Transportation Chamber. PEAT mainly composes of two main modules, a patient chamber and a negative pressure modules. Alongside the chamber, we prepare the gloves for assessing the medical personnel while treating the patients. There is a connector port in case the patients who need respiratory tube and intravenous tube. The most important feature is the smart controller that helps control the pressure level accurately and adaptively. That means it allows users to transport the patients in the various pressure environments on the ground as well as on the craft, without worrying about the pressure leakage. To understand how PEAT works, let's see this video. The process of PEAT begins when the pressure inside the chamber is lower than the surrounding. And at that time, the ambient air will be forced inside by the blower to supply the fresh air. And the respiratory droplet that possibly contaminated with viruses or bacteria from the patients will be then passed to the HEPA filter. And the UVC light will kill all these harmful effects before returning the purified air outside again. Apart from these advantageous technologies and the air filtration efficiency, let's see what PEAT is capable of. PEAT is designed as a portable module, with only 3 steps to set up. 1. Take a foldable chamber inside the bag and stretch out. 2. Connecting with your patient chamber and negative pressure module together with a flexible tube. And 3. Turn on the smart controller. Its system will start to adjust the pressure automatically. And we are now ready to transport the patient safely to the hospital. And let's hope he is in good hand. As I mentioned earlier, PEAT can also be used in CT scanner. What would happen if we don't have the PEAT? The prior patients might generate the infectious aerosol throughout this room that causes the airborne transmissions to the next person who gets inside this area. As it is concerned, PEAT is a proof of certificates ISO 14644 that refer to the air cleanliness and the efficient performance of airborne particle filtration. Besides the advantages of technologies and the ISO certifications, the selling price of PEAT is more beneficial when compared with the other products. So the licensee can apply for the Thai Innovative account to participate in the process of government procurement then. We forecast the demand of PEAT would come from the deployment in hospital as well as in ambulances. Initially, we forecast the demand of PEES is about 150 units a year from at least 10% of the new ambulances. And later on, we would have the demand from the hospital, which are totally 776 throughout Thailand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with the advantages of technologies, functionality, price, and safety in PEES, we strongly confident to be the leader in this market and would like to invite all investors to build brand awareness with us and push this product successfully in both domestic and international market in the future. And this is PEES, Patient Solution and Transportation Chamber. Thank you for your attention. สวัสดีครับ